With all the porting, the polishing, I was in such a rush, I didn't have time to put on film how I had to hone the guides, because this is a .271 guide, and I had heated the head, installed the guides, and actually had to use a reamer of sorts to go through it and get it close to size, and then some balls. I wish I would have had time to show you that, but on another one I will. Anyway, this gets a 3-angle valve job too, just like the majority of stuff that I do. I'm not going for a 4th angle because this thing don't have a combustion chamber. But anytime you put guides in the head, you have to do a 3-angle valve job. And on a work of art like this, to not do it would be sacrilege. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and start it and fly through it and everything and see what we got. And then it's ready to wash the head and put her together. All right, done. Now, what we've got here is, I asked my customer to bring a stock head up here so I could put it beside one that was done. And it truly, when I tell you, the proof of the pudding is just that. Because, I mean, you can look down in there and see. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get you as close. You know what? I might ought to move that head over there because that one port's blocked off. Hold on a minute. Just out of curiosity, I took my snap finalized just to go from one to the other, and I come up with 1 inch and 47 thousandths, or 1.047 on the stock. When I went over here, which you can see that it's quite dramatic, it ends up being almost 200 thousandths bigger at 1.207. So it's almost 1/4 of an inch. Now right here, this is right before the tube. If you bring it here, it won't even fit in the first few thousandths of the port. It has to have a total cock. When you start to bring it in, look how we're having to do it. So cross-sectionally speaking, we need a bigger valve. But that's okay, because that means that anytime you flow significant high numbers with a smaller valve, it makes for a more efficient head. And remember, the name of this game is gas mileage, some power increase, but it's going to be interesting to see. I believe he said he got 52 miles to a gallon before this head work was done. So this will be interesting to see it. But let me give you some close-up shots. You can really see the amount of detail right in here. Is you can't even see hardly daylight where the swirl starts to twist and begin its helix right here. And then when you come over here to this head, boom, right there, I mean, man, we're wide open. I mean, I'd be venturing to say there's almost a 1/4 inch movement from the guide over there. So basically, we do what we do with the TBI heads. We take the twist out. You unscrew the screw, and it keeps you from being screwed. All right, now, you can see the brass tube inlay on this head pretty well. All right, notice the epoxy surrounding the tube. That's just for vacuum leak purposes. Now we come over here and look at this one. This is a center bolt hole. It's going to have the tube here and here on this side. Boom, there's our brass tube there. And there's our brass tube right there. You cannot, I mean, just, I really wish you could give it to you the way I'm standing here looking at it, but I know the video won't. But it's just night and day difference between the two. Alright, so we know what we got, we know we're increased, but what we don't know is volume. Although looks are 1,000 words, we need to get a volume on this thing, at least one port anyway, just to see what we got. Let's see what we can do.